Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to continue to be your daily advocate. If you're new here or you're not subscribed for any reason, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. Thank you to all of you who have been watching and following me for so long. It truly means a lot, and I'm glad that I can be this person.
I want to start off by quickly covering the upcoming executive order because I believe this is going to be a massive moment for crypto. The crypto industry desperately needs regulations. Every single thriving market in the entire world is regulated, and the cryptocurrency industry is regulated all around the world, but not in the US. The US needs to put together a cohesive approach to regulate the cryptocurrency industry, or they are never going to be able to tackle it, and innovation is just going to keep moving outside our borders. What this executive order looks like to me is the start of the US developing a plan. Yes, it has taken a long time. Yes, it's not going to be perfect, but these are steps we need to take. We need to start tackling this issue because if we don't, we're going to keep on ending up in positions like we are with Ripple and the SEC, where the SEC believes that has unlimited power to do whatever it wants. What it looks like to me is that this executive order is going to be the start of putting agencies where they need to be and allowing them to assert their dominance in specific areas of the cryptocurrency industry. It's impossible to know for sure, but I've been pointing out on this channel over the past couple of weeks reasons why I am actually excited for this executive order, and I wanted to show you guys this clip because I believe it's one more reason we should be looking towards this executive order.
What's been reported in the media so far is that it's going to outline a government-wide strategy for blockchain, and what we're expecting to see is a broad-based set of recommendations that are focused on coordinating various government agencies to set a policy framework for this technology. Now, just to give you a little bit more context, at the Chamber of Digital Commerce, we have been advocating for a national action plan for blockchain for 3 years in February. So
as you can tell, they are not talking about banning crypto. They're not talking about making everything a security and kicking out the retail investor. They are talking about creating regulations that an industry desperately needs. Even if the executive order isn't perfect, we need to start taking these steps, and therefore I am looking forward to it. The next thing I wanted to show you guys is just one reason why if we see something we don't like, we need to address it. Right here we have Jim Himes. He was the one who was trying to put some very negative stuff in one of the more recent bills passed through the Senate, and he was trying to do something that would essentially allow the Treasury to ban cryptocurrency transactions. He got a lot of shit for this on social media, and very quickly you can see how he turned his attitude around, and now he's tweeting at the Blockchain Association saying, "Thanks for working with this, Jerry Brito, good outcome." So it just shows you guys, even if you don't think you're going to make a difference, it's so important to at least try to make your voice heard. And even if that just means going to my Twitter, retweeting some stuff, every tweet makes a difference, because the more pressure these politicians feel, the more they're going to be worried that they won't get voted back in. And at the end of the day, we control what they do because we control whether they have the power or not. We need to let them know that we are not going to vote for you if you don't support cryptocurrencies. So guys, make sure, use this as a learning example, and just let you know that you have more power than you think you do. Let's keep moving, and this is one of the first charts I put together. I'm going to be updating these quarterly, so I really hope you guys enjoy these. I think when we zoom out and after a couple of quarters of these go by, they're going to provide some very good information on what's going on with XRP at an institutional level. This data that I'm pulling is directly from Ripple's quarterly XRP market reports, and as we can see, Ripple has been a net buyer of XRP and has been loading up on XRP in the open market. This tells us that Ripple believes the asset XRP is very undervalued in the market, and since, in my opinion, Ripple is the #1 expert on XRP, I want to be following what Ripple's doing. If Ripple thinks XRP is undervalued, I think XRP is undervalued, and we can tell that Ripple no doubt believes XRP is undervalued because we can see they are heavily accumulating. Alrighty guys, so now I want to show you and this is really the crux of this video, why the SEC is dead wrong on XRP being a security, and because of this, it is very likely that Ripple and the SEC already know the outcome of this case. XRP is not a security of Ripple. It never was, and because the definition of a security simply doesn't work with the cryptocurrency XRP. They're fundamentally completely different. It's like trying to say that I just built an airplane and you coming to me and saying, oh, that's great, but you need to follow the regulations of cars. It doesn't make any sense, and it is blatantly obvious. What I'm showing you right here is essentially Ripple's total sales of XRP. As we can see, back in Q2 2019, Ripple got word that they were going to be investigated by the SEC. And we can see their sales of XRP dropped off dramatically and almost went to zero during Q1 of 2020 when the case was filed. But since that point, there has been a massive inflection, and suddenly Ripple has picked up its selling and began selling XRP back on the open market. This tells me, one, that Ripple knows XRP is not a security. They do not care if they're selling this XRP on the market because they know at the end of the day, the argument doesn't make any sense. I think it's also super interesting to point out that this inflection actually happened after the case was filed, which was when Jay Clayton left office. It's super interesting to also point out that multiple people at Ripple expressed excitement when Gary Gensler first got the position. I wonder if this could all be coordinated in the fact that Ripple knows that their early sales of XRP might be securities. They might be securities transactions, but the digital asset XRP fundamentally cannot be a security, and therefore they are no longer worried about the fact of them putting XRP on the open market. Like I said, I also got John Deaton's input on this, and he put it perfectly. He said absolute proof the SEC never believed it could prove today's XRP is a security. It truly believed in it. If it truly believed in its bogus, absurd allegations, it would have sought preliminary injunction to stop the ongoing sales of XRP. What a preliminary injunction is, and what he's saying is if the SEC actually believed Ripple was offering unregistered securities, then they would have used this preliminary injunction to stop the sales immediately. They did not do that because they understand how bogus their argument is. There is no way XRP could be a security of Ripple. It fundamentally does not make any sense. If Ripple disappeared today, XRP would be fine, it would still trade, it would still have value, and therefore it cannot be a security of Ripple. It's as simple as that. And what John Deaton is saying is this is just proof that not only does Ripple know XRP is not a security, but the SEC knows it too because they have not even tried to stop these sales. It's embarrassing that the SEC is trying to still put this case forward and shows how weak their argument really is. And I tweeted out, this is so funny because in the middle of the SEC case, Ripple actually started ramping up his XRP sales. And what did the SEC do? They tattled to the court. They literally went to the court, and I know this is kind of hard to read, but they literally went to the court and said, "Court, please, Ripple keeps selling this XRP, so they should have plenty of money to keep carrying out this case." I thought it was pretty funny. It kind of seemed like a little kid thing to do. Like, oh, you're losing the case, so go tattle on Ripple because they're still selling XRP. I thought it was pretty childish, but what can you expect out of an agency that literally just makes up regulations as it goes and then expects founders to pay them out millions of dollars to get out of the case? It's literally a pay-to-play organization, and the more I look into this, the more sick I really get with our current government. Let's keep moving though, and I really tweeted this out for the SEC because they seem like they're having a really hard time understanding the basics of the difference between Ripple and XRP, so I just wanted to play this for them. And make sure you guys go to my Twitter and retweet this because I think it might help them. This is going to give them a very easy distinction between what's the difference between XRP and Ripple stock. This seems to be a very hard concept for the SEC, so let's make sure we help them out and you guys retweet this so they might be able to figure out why their lawsuit against Ripple doesn't make any sense.
XRP, which is not owned by Ripple, XRP is not Ripple. Ripple is not XRP. If you own a unit of XRP, it gives you no right, title, or interest to Ripple. If you want to own Ripple, go into the secondary market and you can buy some shares in Ripple and become an investor in Ripple. But what XRP does, and this is really what I think is fascinating, is when you combine XRP with RippleNet, the proprietary software solution, I think it does something really magical.
You think the SEC understood that? Or do you think they're sitting there being like, wait, they're different? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Gary Gensler's sitting there with his head spinning. Let's finish this off, guys. And I thought this was absolutely wild. This is proof that even if the SEC, whatever, gets their power over crypto, they can't do crap. Greg Kidd tweets out, essentially what he tweeted out in this tweet thread was essentially saying how absurd it is that the SEC and the US government stopped Facebook from issuing their Diem coin, but still allowed Tether to exist today. And what Greg Kidd said is the only difference between Facebook and Tether is Facebook wanted to oblige to the regulators, so they gave up. Tether decided not to give up, so they are still out there trading in the market. So what does this mean? It means the SEC doesn't have any power. All they can do is threaten US companies and say, oh, we won't let you IPO if you don't do this, this, and this. But at the end of the day, they have zero control over cryptocurrencies. They are decentralized, they trade without borders, so the only thing the SEC is doing by going after these projects are moving them to a different geographic location in which the US won't benefit. The only thing that is stopping me from using any crypto network I want is a free VPN, and the SEC is going to have a hard time getting this through their head, but it's the facts. I will use whatever crypto network I want, just like I will go on whatever website I want. The SEC cannot control it because they don't have the power to regulate things that aren't securities. They don't have the power to regulate cryptocurrency because it's not a security, and this goes by the fact that they are willing to stop Facebook from launching a stablecoin, but allow Tether, who's openly done fraudulent banking transactions, to operate a stablecoin.
So enjoy your day, everybody. I'm always here for you. Leave any comments or questions below and be sure to subscribe. But thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you. Enjoy your day, and I always have your back. So thanks so much, everybody.